Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. As you know, we are studying very important chapter, that is life processes. In life processes, we are talking about nutrition. Okay, in my previous lecture, I told you about the nutrition in plants. In this lecture, we are going to talk about nutrition in animals. As I told you, animals cannot synthesize their own food because they lack chlorophyll. So, they need the nutrition. So, how they will get their nutrition or their food? Definitely, they will depend on the other living organisms, whether they depend on animals or on the plants. So, thus we can say that these animals are known as heterotrophs. Why they are heterotrophs? Because they cannot synthesize their food. They get the food from the either from the plants or from the animals. Okay, so this type of nutrition is known as heterotrophic nutrition. So thus we can say that the animals generally do the heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, now let me mention here. First of all, animals generally do heterotrophic nutrition. What is heterotrophic nutrition? Mode of nutrition in which organism derive their food from plants and animals. Okay, so these type of animals or organisms are known as heterotrophic or heterotrophs. Okay, these organisms are known as heterotrophs. Okay, the mode of nutrition in which the organism derive its nutrition or its food from the plants or animals, because they cannot synthesize their food. Okay, so such type of nutrition is known as heterotrophic nutrition. So what we can say, that the heterotrophic animals are depend on the autotrophs. Autotrophs are what? Plants. Okay, and these organisms which show heterotrophic nutrition are generally known as heterotrophs. Okay, now this heterotrophic nutrition is again of three types. Heterotrophic nutrition is of three types. Holozoic, okay, holozoic nutrition, saprotrophic nutrition, and parasitic nutrition. Third one is parasitic nutrition. First of all, let me explain you holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means in such kind of nutrition or in the this mode of nutrition, animal intake solid food material. Okay, and this solid food materials breaks down inside the body. Okay, means it get digested. The breakdown of solid food material into the simpler substances is known as digestion. So what happens in holozoic nutrition, that the animal intake solid food materials that get break down in the body. Okay, so it is known as holozoic nutrition. First of all, We will talk about holozoic nutrition. What is holozoic nutrition? Mode of nutrition in which the organism, or here we can mention animal also, because here we are talking about the nutrition in animal. Okay, so mode of nutrition in which the organism or animal intake solid food material, breakdown means digestion. Okay, breakdown of material takes place. Okay, so in this process, breakdown of material takes place. Then what happens? Whatever the nutrients are there, they can be absorbed by the animal, and then whatever the waste material will be there, it will be ingested by the body. Okay, so here we can mention that the animals, on the basis of this holozoic nutrition, animals are of 3 types. Okay, here holozoic animals are of 3 types. What are they? Herbivores. Herbivores means the animals which eat only plant material. They eat plants. Okay, for example, cow, goat, buffalo, etc. Okay, then carnivores. Carnivores are the animals, they eat flesh of other animals. They eat flesh of other animals. Okay, for example, lion, tiger, etc. Okay, then omnivores. Omnivores are the animals, they eat both plants and animals, so they are known as omnivores, and generally human beings, bear are the examples of omnivores. Third one is omnivores. Okay, so animals that eat both plants and animals, means they get their nutrients from the, or they get their nutrition from the both plants and animals. For example, human. Okay, bear, etc. Okay, so in this holozoic nutrition, actually what is nutrition? Holozoic nutrition, when the animal intake solid food material. So here we can see that the herbivores are eating plants, plants are the solid material. When it will get inside the body, then it will get digested, means the breakdown of plant will take place inside the body. Okay, and whatever the nutrients will be there, they will be absorbed by the body, and the waste material will be removed by the body. Next is carnivore. Carnivore is eating flesh of other animals. Again, this is the solid form. Omnivore is eating both plants and animals, means it is getting the food in the solid form. Okay, so thus we can say that holozoic nutrition is what? In which animal eat or intake solid food material. Now we will talk about the saprotropic nutrition. Next is, here was holozoic nutrition. Next is saprotropic nutrition. Okay, so what is saprotropic nutrition? Sapro means rotten. So here when the animal get nutrients or depends for food on dead and decaying plants and animals, that type of nutrition is known as saprotropic nutrition. In this mode of nutrition, animal derives its food from dead and decaying plants and animals. Okay. What they do? In this condition, animals releases some enzyme on that dead and decaying plant material and get its nutrient, okay, or get the food from them. For example, bacteria and fungi. Okay, this is the saprotropic nutrition. Next, I told you that the third type of nutrition is what? That is parasitic nutrition. Third is parasitic nutrition. What is parasitic nutrition? When the organism derive its nutrition from the host without killing them. Okay. So, let me mention mode of nutrition in which animal or organism, whatever you want, you can write. Mode of nutrition in which animal derives nutrition. Which animal? Here this animal is known as parasite, okay, because this is parasitic nutrition. So, mode of nutrition in which animal means parasite derives its nutrition from host, okay, or from other organism that is known as its host without killing them. Without killing them. Okay, so example of this are what? Leeches, ticks, etc. Okay, so this is the mode of nutrition in animals, that they generally show three types of nutrition. What are they? Holozoic nutrition. Okay, let me revise that holozoic nutrition, that in this type of nutrition, animal intakes solid food material. This solid food material gets inside the body, break down there, means the process of digestion, then nutrients are absorbed by the body. Waste material is removed by the body. Generally, this type of nutrition is shown by three types of animals: herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Then saprotropic nutrition means when the animals get its nutrient or its nutrition from the rotten or dead or decaying plant or animal material, then this type of nutrition is known as saprotropic nutrition. Actually, in this method, bacteria or fungi release some chemicals on the dead and decaying material and then they get their nutrition from them. Parasitic nutrition. In this type of nutrition, parasite means an organism live in the host body, in or on the host body. So in this nutrition, a parasite, here the organism which live on the host body, that is known as parasite. So in this type of nutrition, parasite derive its nutrition from the host body without killing him or it. Fine. So examples are leeches, ticks, etc. So this was the mode of nutrition in the animals. Now we will talk about holozoic nutrition. Generally, holozoic nutrition completes in different steps. These are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Okay. Let me mention. We will talk about holozoic nutrition. Generally, holozoic nutrition is followed by all, okay? Holozoic nutrition. What is this holozoic nutrition? Generally, what is that? In which animal intakes solid food material. So it completes or it takes 5 main steps. What are they? Holozoic nutrition, it has 5 steps. What are they? Number 1, ingestion. Ingestion means when we intake something by the mouth. Okay, ingestion means supply of something inside the body, that is ingestion. So here we can mention taking. What is ingestion? Taking in of the food. Okay, so ingestion is the process by which we intake food when we take the food inside the body. Okay, unicellular organism take it with the different process. Multicellular organisms like human take it from the mouth. Okay, so taking of the food and chewing. Once you keep it in the mouth, then you will chew it. So taking in of the food, chewing and chewing or absorbing and swallowing. Okay, why I have mentioned the different processes here? Because some animals take the food directly in the mouth. Okay, so then if they will keep it in the mouth, if they have teeth, they will chew it. But some animals, they do not have teeth, then they can swallow it. So another form is swallowing. But some can absorb the food material by their body surface. So another process is absorbing. It means we are intaking, means an animal is intaking the food inside the body. So this process is known as ingestion. So this is the first step. Okay. Next is, once you take the food inside the body, then definitely it will break down into the simple form. So next step will be digestion. Next step is digestion. Okay, so what is digestion? Digestion means conversion of complex food into simple substances. Okay, simple absorbable form with the help of digestive enzymes. Okay, once the food is intake, then it goes in the stomach or goes inside the body. Okay, in the unicellular it will go inside the body. So different enzymes which are present there, they will break down that food, complex food material into the simpler form. But if we talk about the multicellular organism, suppose for the human, then when this food will go into the stomach, then there the different enzymes will break down the complex food material into the simpler substances, and those simpler substances would be absorbable. Okay, because why these complex food is broken down into the simple form, so that it can be easily absorbed by the body, because our body need different types of nutrients. Okay, so this is broken down into the simpler form so that they can be absorbed by the body. So what is the process of digestion? Digestion means conversion of complex food into the simple and absorbable form with the help of digestive enzymes. Okay, now as I told you that the digestion in this process, food gets break down. Okay, now as I told you, it should be absorbable. So third process will be absorption. Next is absorption. Absorption. What is this absorption? Absorbing digested food, absorbing digested food from the gut and transport to body parts or different body tissues. Okay, once these nutrients are absorbed, once it is a particular place when the digestion takes place. Okay, so from the site of the digestion, these nutrients are absorbed and then they are transported to different body tissues and organs. Okay, so this is the process of absorption. Next is assimilation. Assimilation is what? Utilization of this absorbed material. Okay, assimilation. Next process is assimilation. What is this assimilation? Assimilation means utilization of absorbed food. Okay, as I told you that nutrients are absorbed by the body and then they are transported to different body tissues and organs. Then its utilization is must. Okay, so how the utilization is must? Different nutrients work differently. They are needed for the different processes, different functionings. Okay, so their utilization is must. Are they utilized properly or not? So this process is known as assimilation. Means once the nutrients are absorbed by the body and they are transported to different body tissues, then they are utilized at their proper site. Okay, after this the last process is egestion. Egestion is what? Once you kept the food in the body, once the body food is intake, once you intake the food, then it get digested, then nutrients are absorbed, then they are utilized. Now what will happen when the food is digested? Means the complex food is broken down into the simple form. Then whatever the waste material is there, okay, which is of no use for the body, because all the nutrients are absorbed here, then they are utilized. So whatever the waste material is there, then it would be removed by the body. Then this process is known as egestion. So next process is egestion. Removal of waste material from the body. Okay. So as I told you that the most of the animals show holozoic nutrition, the mode of nutrition in which the animal takes solid food material and then this solid food material is broken down into the simpler form to get the nutrition. Fine. So this is the holozoic nutrition. Generally it was easy to understand that yes, solid food material is broken down into the simple form. Fine. But generally it completes in the 5 steps. Okay. Before teaching you the digestive system of human, I would like to explain you what about these 5 processes, that whatever complex food we intake, then how it get digested. Different enzymes are present, whether it is unicellular or multicellular organism. Every organism need food to get energy or to grow or to develop. So what is the process of digestion? That they all, whether it is unicellular or whether it is multicellular, they all have some enzymes. These enzymes are specific to digest for the process or to complete the process of digestion. Okay, so what happens when an organism intake the food? That process is known as ingestion. Okay, then once it go inside the mouth or inside the body, then it get digested, means complex food get breaks down into the simple form. Then useful nutrients are absorbed, whatever the nutrients are present in that food. Yes, one more thing, for that each and every animal should have the complete diet, okay, which should be healthy for it. It's not like that. I'm especially talking here about the human beings, as we all are human beings. So if we will eat different types of fast food, then they will not provide us any nutrient, okay, because generally they are made up of harmful substances and they are rich in fats. Okay, so only the fat which is required by our body, that will be absorbed. Rest of the fat will accumulate in our body and it can lead us to the obesity. Fine. So let me explain you that we must eat, being an human being, we must eat the healthy diet, that is known as balanced diet. Fine. So here second process is digestion, means broken down of complex food into the simpler form. Third part is absorption, means body absorbs the useful nutrients. Then next part is assimilation, means all the nutrients which are absorbed, then they should be utilized, means the process by which the nutrients are utilized by the different parts of the body, that is assimilation. Now after all those processes, whatever the waste material is there, it is removed by the body and this process is known as egestion. Fine. So this is all about the mode of nutrition in the animals. So here we studied about the mode of nutrition in the animals. So hope everything is clear to you. Thank you.